Making Theater, a videocast and podcast for those who work in theater from on stage or behind the scenes. I'm your host, Jeff Draper. We'll be looking at the vowels, including the front vowels, the mid vowels, and the back vowels. There's a symbol for every sound in the English language, and we're going to work on those right now. We'll be looking at an image of our speech buddy. Basically, it's just a sideways cut of what a human voice would look like. And it encompasses the teeth right in the front of the face, the hard palate, and then the soft palate, which lifts really high. The tip of the tongue is behind the lower front teeth, and the back of the tongue is free and forward, away from the back of the throat. And you can see on the chart right here on the screen, you can look at that little trapezoid, that you can see that the front vowels are way forward and go in an up and down line. The top vowel is made right near the hard palate, right in that spot between the hard palate and the front teeth. And then right in the lower jaw, right in front of the lower teeth, is where you make that lower front vowel sound. The back vowels are way deep in the back of the head, and the direction of the tongue and the way the tongue is used is different for each one of these vowels. So specificity and clarification of exactly what the muscle is doing is going to be important. So let's look at those front vowels, starting with the top. Lee. We'll be using the phrase, Lee is telling Ari Ann's answer. And as you look at those symbols, the lowercase I is E, Lee. Eagle, team, kneel, sheep, teach, methinks. It can be a long sound like eagle or team, or really short like methinks, which is in a weak syllable. Then we have ill, wit, brilliant, olive, wishing, England. It's always a short sound. It's really front, though. You wouldn't say E and then which is toward the middle of the mouth. It's an E, then right in the front, fit, ill, wit. So it's very front. And then ebb, epic, bet, zest, merry, pleasure, and then also really front, and it's a millimeter or two down with each one of these sounds. The jaw begins to drop slightly, and every sound is a little bit more open, but still very front. Add, drag, canal, traffic, harry, marry. And then these sounds are very particular. They're only for classical texts. They are what Edith Skinner calls used in good speech in classical texts. Good speech is free of regionalism, and it's sort of a mid-Atlantic sound, as though there's this island between New York City and London, where everyone sounds sort of like a blend of the two places. It's a very classical, not American and not British. It's sort of a proper sound. A lot of directors, a lot of theater companies want this sound when working with Chekhov or Ibsen or Shakespeare. A classical writer with, say, before 1940, say, using text that is not with a regionalism of America, but also doesn't sound British either. So it's a front sound. It's below a. It's the first sound in the diphthong I. Also, if you think of a southern person on a porch with a mint julep going ma, it's that sound there too. Path, dance, basket, sample, baths, half. And if you bring it too far in the middle of your mouth toward the back, you would hear a path, dance, basket, sample. And it gets a little bit, peculiar. It begins to sound a little affected, and your character may not have that neutral quality you're looking for. The mid-vowels begin with It's made in the same place in your mouth where the hard consonant R is for like red or rip, with the tip of the tongue up, pointed toward the hard palate. The thing with though, is it's a vowel. So the tip of the tongue is down below the lower front teeth, and the middle of the tongue is in the place where the tip of the tongue usually is to give the R coloring. This is the most common sound in the English language, and it's used in weak syllables, like the first syllable of apart, apart, or admire, admire, or o'clock, or today, ravine, history. The middle diphthong, the middle sound there is history. It's a weak sound, and if you look in those words, it's spelled differently all the time. It's an A, it's an O, it could be an E. It's a weak sound, and it's just tucked in the beginning or middle or end of a word when it's an unstressed syllable apart. Now, once in a while, this sound actually has R coloring, like perfume, neighbor, energy, author, father, vineyard, or up, double, sun, wonder, love, flurry. That sound is a really rich, dark sound in the middle of the mouth. The jaw is dropped, the tongue is down. It's a sound of love, cup, under. It's rich and dark, and a lot of people underuse this sound. Now the back vowels. Ooh. You drop your jaw. Go ahead and put your knuckle between your lower and your upper front teeth. You want 1 knuckle's distance. A lot of people make this sound too tight. Ooh, which is too tight. Do. There's not enough space there. In a small theater or with a microphone like I have now, for, say, a voiceover, you wouldn't need that much space in your mouth. But even listening to amazing actors who have a microphone right next to them and they're getting Academy Awards, like Daniel Day-Lewis, they would probably say, to, mood, gloom, proof, Bruce, Jewish. Well, there's another consonant you can put before that. It's a y sound. It's the liquid U. You, few, human, askew, fuel, duke. You wouldn't say duke, you say duke. A little bit of a y sound. Then if you drop the jaw slightly, you have stood, crook, full, sugar, could, good, It's also rich and dark. Your tongue is down, your lips are forward, and you are keeping your teeth separated even a little more than 1 knuckle. Bringing your lips forward even more, obey. Your jaws dropped slightly. Obey. Oasis. Locale. Hotel. Romantic. Possess. Then all. Your lips are still way forward. All. Scrawl. Dawn. Daughter. Launch. Chorus. Awe. And the short sound, aw. Your jaw is dropped even more. As you go down through these back vowels, your jaw is dropping on each one. Your lips are still staying forward, though. Aw. Foster. Bob. Toxic. Squash. Want. Laurel. Aw. Laurel. And finally, ah, as in drama, father, massage, armada, hurrah, or palm. There's no L in that word. Palm, or lip balm, palm tree, stay calm. There's no L in those words. And it's a big open ah. Your tongue is down, your lips are relaxed, and it's relaxed and free. So each of these sounds is very specific. You have to drill them and look at the symbols and begin to work on memorizing what they look like and how they fit into the words you're speaking. And in future episodes, I'll go over the diphthongs and then take you through a Shakespearean sonnet, and we'll look at how the sounds are used and when there are weak versions of these sounds in weak syllables or weak forms of words. So until next time, this is Making Theater.